Hello everyone. Yep, it's me. I am back after a pretty long time. Lots happened. A lot indeed. Okay, well, I've got something different for you guys today. Normally in the past, you might have watched my rogue antivirus videos and stuff like that. Well, I thought I'd change that up because we're going to actually get these viruses running inside a virtual machine, except it's going to be Ubuntu. You might notice actually that Ubuntu is kind of what I have on my actual PC here. We're going to run these viruses on Ubuntu. Now you're probably thinking, well, how are you going to do that? I mean, no viruses run in Linux, right? Well, actually, they can. You're going to be quite surprised here. This is actually a little experiment I did myself. So there's something on my own PC that I actually use called Wine. Let me see, can I find it? Yeah, there it is. So it says programs, and actually these are Windows programs. So you got like R Factor right here. Wine actually allows people to run Windows programs on Linux. It's like a compatibility layer, if you will. So, not really a virtual machine, more like a little plugin for Linux that just allows you to run those Windows programs on Linux. So, I've got this window open here. I'm going to run Wine. We have to use the command Wine. And let's see what we got. So we got AFAST, AV, which is antivirus, Antivirus Master, General Antivirus. This is NovaShield. This is a pretty nasty one. And we have Spyware Quake. And actually, I'm gonna launch most of these first, but I'm gonna leave Spyware Quake until the end, and I'm hoping that you'll find out why. Okay, so Wine. afast.exe. By the way, guys, I hope that you can actually hear me because I've spent the last around 10 minutes or so trying to make my microphone work and not be so noisy, but hopefully it's not too quiet for you either. Okay, so it takes a moment to load. And yeah, you can see right there. I mean, it's pretty interesting actually in a perverse way. Actually, I'm gonna disable the network there. So, like I was saying, it's kind of interesting in a perverse sense that you can actually see that, and it's on a Linux machine. It's like, what? My goodness, very different. So let's try AV. So Wine AV.exe, and we'll run that one, and yep, there it is for sure. That's antivirus right there, and it's hilarious because obviously, well, actually technically these files do exist on this PC. The Wine application layer, it kind of has like made up Windows files, if you will, and there's AFAST. Okay, so let's continue in the list if we can. Okay, let's run another terminal here. Okay, so we've done AFAST AV. Let's do AV Master. We need to put Wine first, of course. Wine AV Master.
Your system is infected. Activate full version to clear your computer.
Okay, I don't know if you could hear that. I did switch on PC audio, so you might have heard that. So, avmaster.exe. Now, this one I might not have actually tested. Yeah, okay, so this is the one I didn't test, but I think it might work. I actually mistook this for antivirus previously when I was preparing for this video. Okay, so we've done AV Master. Let's do General Antivirus, which was actually a Vista Rogue. So Wine genavia.exe. And you can see up here for Antivirus Master you have like this Windows XP icon, which is interesting. And you can actually, yeah, look, you can actually right click on some of these as well. That's interesting for sure. Okay, so general antivirus, that's probably running somewhere in the background. Let's go for NovaShield. I think I'm gonna have to use another console window. So that's Genvia. Okay, NovaShield. Here we go. So NovaShield is a nasty one. So why NovaAV.exe? So it actually asks you to install this. It's quite interesting. It's a very old rogue from like 2010. I've actually seen it on Rogamp's channel, and yeah, it's quite awful. Okay, so that one's done. And actually we're going to leave it there for a second. So, when I said to you about leaving Spyware Quake until after the end, it's because previously... Oh, okay, I don't know if you can hear that. That's... Yeah. So this is actually a very time-sensitive rogue, NovaShield. Because it was made in like 2010, it actually has like a set license in there that I think it expired 22nd of October 2010 or something like that. But obviously now it's 2021, and yeah, this thing is going to get pretty aggressive, I think. So can we open it? Yeah, so that's it. Expiration date 21st of October 2010. Go away, antivirus. So yeah, it's just like, what the hell? What's going on here? You know, it's like it's been 11 years and this person hasn't paid for their protection. What's going on? Yeah. Okay, so I think what we will do then. I just want to point something out to you, actually, before anything else. I want to point something out to you. Now, I am actually quite sure that by now, we actually have rogues on here that are going to stop you from launching Task Manager. Watch this. So we've got the inconvenience of these things popping up on the screen and everything. But if I go Task Manager, yeah, I mean, it actually doesn't know how to touch the Linux Task Manager. So yeah, you can see these things running, and we could literally just terminate these whenever we want. And yep, yet another interesting thing here. So yeah, so obviously the yeah. So because there's certain runtimes that might not work that well on Linux, it's not gonna it won't work as well. Anyway, what I was gonna say, so you might recall as well, actually, on Rogamp's channel, that NovaShield actually has like two versions. There's like the nice version, and there's the version that has the thing in the middle of the screen. It says that the C drive has been deleted. To my knowledge, what we have here is the nice version, or it might even be that there's only ever one version, but when I tested this, as soon as I installed Spyware Quake, that's when this thing gets aggressive. Let's give it a try. Excuse me. So, runnable rogues, wine, Spyware Quake.exe. Let's see if that irritates it. So I think it actually happened right at the end of install. could even be because it executes certain things. Okay, so let's run spyware quaked. But yeah, in the meantime, I've graduated from uni, travelled across the world, and then obviously the coronavirus happened. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, let's try and run spyware quake here and see what we get. We have that. Okay, so AFAST's asking us to activate, of course. Anyway, yeah, you can see it works pretty well. Surprisingly, most of these rogues are actually working quite well. So yeah, NovaShield has the always on top feature. Yeah, obviously it says remove threats. Let's try and buy it. Oh yeah, we can't. Well, it's defunct anyway, so it's not gonna let you buy it. The website, yeah, the websites for these, yeah, they're long dead. Yeah, this is Spyware Quake. This is very, very old. Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what? Can you hear that? Yeah, there it is. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm gonna actually just close some of these if I can. But look at that. Okay, it's yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. So, yeah, that is actually a really scary sound. Basically, I opened Spyware Quake, and for some reason that actually triggers NovaShield to do this awful thing. So yeah, it really sounds like, I mean, to someone that doesn't know what they're doing, it really sounds like something bad is happening here. To tell you the truth, though, honestly, I've looked at it. NovaShield isn't as bad as you think it is. It also has this laughing sound, and as well, I think it should be doing this. If I go to mousepad. Oh no, okay. So previously, last time in mousepad, it actually typed M all the time. So that's not NovaShield doing that. That's me typing M, but it was actually doing that like automatically, like this, you know, or whatever that's supposed to mean. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So if we go to Task Manager, just for the record, if I go down to, yeah, so this is getting in the way already. If I go down to Nova Debugger, I'll just search for it, why not? Oh, I thought it was the debugger file. Okay, I guess it'll be this one. Let's go ahead and kill that one. Yes. Okay. It might not be that one. Okay, and yeah, Task Manager is, yeah, it's having some trouble here. Okay. Anyway, point is, if you were trying to remove this on a Windows PC, you'd be fine. Go to safe mode, run Malwarebytes, and you're fine. Also, if you know where the files are, you can find them and delete them. It doesn't do anything irreparable. And I think pretty much the same goes for all of these rogues. I'm going to actually reboot. So let's try and reboot organically. And obviously when I say organic, I just mean that I'm not going to do machine reset. So we can reboot, that's fine. And we should find, actually, that when we boot back into Linux, it's not, nothing's going to actually start up. No virus is going to start automatically here because it's just, yeah, it's Linux, and we're using a compatibility layer. I'm also going to give a disclaimer here. Do not do this on your own PC. So if you have Linux and you think that you're going to be safe, don't do it. I actually saw a video the other day. You can run ransomware on Linux and it will still affect it, even using Wine. And you know what, actually I may as well just go ahead and show you that. I haven't tested it myself, but it should work. So anyway, I think the reason why Ubuntu is being a bit slow is just because I'm doing this recording here. Hopefully going to get a new computer soon, which I'm buzzed about. Alright, here we go. So we're loading up. Make sure my microphone's switched on. So good, okay. Didn't want to find out that I was talking to myself this whole time. So anyway, yeah, we're back, and as you can see, it's like nothing ever happened. Now, okay, let's pretend that you're the stupidest person in the world, and you did put this on your own PC, your own Linux PC, and you used Wine. Well, how do you get rid of the viruses? I've kind of got good news for you. So because these viruses are not that bad, you can just do this. So if I go to View, View Show Hidden Files, we have .wine here. This folder here, this is what we call a prefix. So I'm using a virtual machine right now. Imagine that a prefix, it's basically like a virtual machine, but when you use Wine, it's literally the same thing. So if we just delete this folder, we delete this prefix, you go ahead and you load a new prefix, and the viruses are gone. I mean, of course, the viruses are actually still in here, so if you go to Nava Labs, NovaShield, I mean, yes, it's not affected the system, but you got to remember, this is real malware here, and even though it's been many, many years since this was made, yeah, it's still pretty bad that it's there. So really, I'm just saying that to you guys so that you don't try it yourself at home. It can be just detrimental to your computer. Yeah, so anyway, for those particular viruses, that's all we would have to do. I will actually talk about how to make a new prefix at some point soon, because I do want to get into making these videos again. But yeah, literally, you can just delete this folder, and they're all gone. It's fine. Let's have a look at what happens when you run ransomware. So let's go to Malware for Linux, and I think it was in Malware Database Master. Also, thanks to Enderman. So Enderman is actually another more recent YouTuber. He makes like virus videos and stuff, but I kind of, I got these samples from him, so big thanks to him. Anyway, let's go to ransomware. I'm trying to think which was like the worst one. Okay, in terms of like in terms of encrypting your files, I think it was this one. So let's just drag this guy out here. So let's extract and put in the password. Okay, so we've got this phantom.exe. Let's just make some, I don't know, let's just make some files that we supposedly care about, because we don't really have any at the moment. What about, okay, yeah, text file, my passwords. Yeah, that's something that you should never ever store on your computer, by the way, but there you go. So my passwords, my address, let's make, yeah, my address. So I don't know, insert random crap here. Random Lane, Hemingway, Brazil. I don't know. Okay, so that's there. So yeah, we have some documents here that we care about. We don't want them to be affected or anything like that. Let's try this phantom.exe. So wine phantom.exe. Let's see what that does. But yeah, hopefully, oh, okay. MS score, okay, interesting. So, looks like ransomware has some standards there. Let's try, actually no, let's try Croton. I know that Croton was like a really bad one. I actually never really covered any ransomware. I think I should do that on Windows, actually. So we'll extract Croton and put in the password. Okay, so what's that? Ender bank at Croton. Oh, and we need to use wine at the front. Okay, now this might actually be the master boot record one that I've seen before. Okay, yeah, there you go. So because we didn't actually run this as sudo, we can't actually make that happen. Let's try that again as sudo. Actually, I'd be very interested to see what happens here. Wait, sudo. There we go. Let's see what happens there. It seems to be, I don't know what it's doing here. Let's see. It seems to have created a new directory, like a new prefix. Okay, so we get that again. Click OK. Right, so what's happened here? Go to my address. Yep, so it's all still there. Anyway, I'm not gonna drag this out. At the end of the day, point is, do not do this. Just don't go anywhere near it if you don't know what you're doing. You know, I'm doing this in VirtualBox, so I know that it's not going to affect my own computer or anything like that. But yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, just don't try it, and just never ever ever put viruses on your own computer as well, in general, because yeah, ransomware is a pain. Let's actually just before we kind of come to an end here, let's actually reset the machine. I want to see if it affected our MBR. Okay, so this is just normal startup stuff that Linux sometimes does. Yeah, ever since Windows 10 came out, and well, not since Windows 10 came out, rather when Windows 7, you know, they said like, oh, we're not going to support it anymore, there's no more new updates. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to use an insecure operating system, but I'm not really a big fan of Windows 10. I mean, I'll take it, you know, I know that my new PC will probably have it on there, but you know what, I'm just like, nah. So I pretty much use Linux nowadays. It's so much safer, you know, and you don't even have to have an antivirus for it. So pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, so you can see we've loaded up and everything seems to be fine. Yeah. Okay, well, I just want to thank you all for joining today for this video. It has been a long time, and it's great to be back, just kind of doing this again. Please comment and subscribe if you can, if you like watching these videos, and yeah, it's great to be in touch with you guys again, and have a great day. Thank you.